When the Prophet Muhammad, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, arrived in Medina, the city was wounded. Wars, tribal feuds, assassinations, jealousies, and generations of bloodshed lay beneath the sand. Aus and Khazraj had just survived the tragic battle of Bu'ath, and their wounds were still bleeding. Jewish tribes were powerful and deeply embedded in the economy. The Munafiqun were forming in silence, and Quraysh, enraged by Hijrah, prepared for war. Medina was not a city. It was a ticking fire, ready to burst at the slightest spark. But Allah sent His messenger, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, not only as a prophet, but as a statesman, a peacemaker, and a builder of civilizations. This episode is the story of how the Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, created the first Islamic state, built on justice, coexistence, and divine principles through one of the most important documents in human history, the Constitution of Madinah. Before Islam, Yathrib was a fractured society. Ibn Ishaq describes the city as a land torn by war, its people broken by rivalry. Aus and Khazraj. For 100 years, the two Arab tribes fought cycles of revenge. Children grew up knowing the names of the men they must kill to honor their family. Then the remaining power blocks. Jewish tribes, Banu Kainuka, Banu Nadir, Banu Qurayza, each allied with either Aus or Khazraj, fueling the flame. Medina was not peaceful. It was unstable, fragile, potentially explosive. The Prophet's arrival changed everything. May Allah's peace and blessings be upon him. The Ansar lined the streets, chanting with joy. Children climbed rooftops, shouting, "Muhammad has arrived. The messenger of Allah has come." But joy did not erase reality. As soon as the Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, settled, delegations came with disputes. Ya Rasulullah, our cousins killed my uncle. Ya Rasulullah, they stole our land. Ya Rasulullah, Banu Nadir violated our pact. Ya Rasulullah. The Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, realized, this ummah cannot grow while its home is burning. A system was needed, one that was fair, binding, and respected by all. Unlike modern politicians, the Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, did not impose power. He listened, he observed, he healed. Scholars say he achieved 4 major goals. Number 1, unite Aus and Khazraj. He turned ancient enemies into brothers. Number 2, integrate the Muhajirun, a group who arrived with nothing, no homes, no land, but full faith. Number 3, protect religious minorities, the Jewish tribes who had their own beliefs and laws. Number 4, establish a legitimate government, one recognized by all tribes. This was not merely a peace treaty. It was the birth certificate of the first Muslim society. Under a simple roof in Madinah, palm trunks supporting its structure, the Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, dictated the terms. The scribes included Ali ibn Abi Talib, may Allah be pleased with him, Zayd ibn Thabit, may Allah be pleased with him, and other trustworthy companions. The Jewish tribes sent their leaders, Ka'b ibn Asad of Banu Qurayza, Huyay ibn Akhtab of Banu Nadir, Abdullah ibn Salul, later chief hypocrite, attended silently, and the Ansar and Muhajirun gathered, a city divided for a century, now sitting under one roof. The document began. This is a document from Muhammad, the messenger of Allah, as reported in Ibn Ishaq and Ibn Hisham. It continues, between the believers from Quraysh and Yathrib, and whoever follows them, joins them, and strives with them. They are one ummah, to the exclusion of all people. A new identity was born. The ummah, not tribe, not blood, not ancestry, but faith. The Constitution contains 47 clauses in verified versions. We highlight the most important. One ummah, regardless of tribe. This destroyed centuries of tribal supremacy. Protection of the oppressed. No believer is abandoned. No wrongdoer is supported. The Muhajirun and Ansar form a unified bloc. Fairness in blood money, support, and defense. Justice even against oneself. No tribe may protect a criminal. No blood feud allowed. No unfair retaliation. This alone changed Arabia forever. The Jewish tribes included as Ahlul Kitab allies. The document says, "The Jews are one community with the believers. As long as they honor the treaty, they have their religion, their law, their property, their rights." This was centuries before Europe even conceptualized religious freedom. Mutual defense. If Medina is attacked, all must defend it. The Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, is the final judge. Disputes return to him as head of state. No treachery. All parties must uphold the pact. This is the world's first written social contract, combining religion, law, minority rights, and federal unity. The two tribes, whose fathers died at each other's hands, suddenly became brothers, defenders of each other, equal stakeholders in the new Ummah. Ibn Kathir writes that after the Constitution, not a single major tribal feud occurred between Aus and Khazraj until the death of the Prophet. May Allah's peace and blessings be upon him. Peace after a century of blood. Those who were tortured in Mecca, who left their homes, wealth, children, finally had legal protection and full citizenship. The Ansar embraced them with unprecedented love. The Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, guaranteed them safety, freedom, fair trade, autonomy. Unlike medieval European ghettos, Medina offered coexistence. But beneath this peace, political tensions simmered, especially with Banu Nadir and Banu Qurayza. They signed the treaty, but some leaders were already uncomfortable with the Prophet's authority. May Allah's peace and blessings be upon him. One man was furious. Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul. Before Hijrah, he was about to be crowned king of Yathrib. The Prophet's arrival ended that. May Allah's peace and blessings be upon him. Ibn Ishaq says, "No man's heart burned with jealousy more than his." The Constitution strengthened the Prophet's leadership. May Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, and the hypocrites started plotting. This prepares the ground for Badr, Uhud, and beyond. The Constitution transformed. Warring tribes became brothers. Refugees became citizens. Minorities became protected communities. Chaos turned into harmony. A city became a nation. A nation became the heart of Islam. Justice, peace, order, unity. A civilization emerged from the desert guided by revelation. This was Medina,